Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. The topic for the today's session is common English phrases and expressions. So let's get started. Hello everyone, this is Dr. Mamta Shukla and as promised in my last video, I am back again with common English expressions and phrases. Phrases are simple words that we use all the time, and if you are using it effectively at the right time with the right person, you will sound like a pro and people will think that you are a good English speaker. So, we will learn a few expressions and phrases so that you can impress others with your English. So, can we start? First one that we are going to discuss is something that you have heard from your boss's mouth. It is highway, my way or the highway, or take it or leave it. Bosses generally say that you either agree to me or you are free to quit, my way or the highway. Or when we were in our junior classes, we were very scared of mathematics and we always used to say, my maths teacher has a very strict approach, my way or the highway. You can use it effectively with your subordinates or whenever you want to. Another one is, I'm on cloud 9, I'm on 7th heaven. Cloud 9 is feeling very happy. And you know, the origin of this very phrase is also very interesting. It was named when the US Meteorological Department named a particular cloud as cloud 9. So, whenever people are very happy, they use this phrase, I'm on cloud 9. I'm on cloud 9 when I qualified this exam. I'm on 7th heaven on being promoted. So, this is another interesting phrase that you can use whenever you are feeling very happy. Another interesting phrase is movers and shakers. No, I am not talking about the TV program movers and shakers, I am talking about the phrase. Movers and shakers is generally used for influential people. People who can influence the decision, who can bring about changes, they are called movers and shakers. Let's take an example. She got promoted in spite of being less qualified because her father is a mover and shaker. Interesting, no? This happens many times. Another phrase that has a very interesting origin is face the music, bite the bullet. You must have heard the phrase from your elders that whatever you are doing, one day you will have to face the music. Ever thought about it, why they are using the word face the music? What has it got to do with the music if they are talking about consequences? Well, its origin is from the army, where somebody who had done a wrong deed was punished in a way that they were literally drummed out of the army in a very disgraceful manner for whatever act they had done. So, this word has originated from the army and it says face the music. That means they were kicked out of the army because of their act. And this is another way of saying this is bite the bullet. You must have heard your grandparents saying many times that in our times everything was very cheap. You could buy a lot of things in a small amount of money. Well, my next phrase relates to that only, dime a dozen. Dime is actually a US currency. It is a part of a dollar, 1/10 of a dollar. So, in earlier times you could buy a lot of things with a single dime, which you cannot do today. So, dime a dozen is used for a commodity that is available at a cheaper rates. I will give you an example. Maybe these toys seem to be very expensive, but they are actually dime a dozen. Or many times when you do not value your employees, employers say that, oh, such an employee is worth dime a dozen. So, dime a dozen is always used to denote that something is available at a cheaper price. Another favorite phrase of mine is goody two shoes. Goody two shoes refers to the people who pretend to be very sweet, very prim and proper, whereas actually they are not so. When I was in my school, a friend of mine, she used to always sit in the first row, answer all the questions, and she used to help us in everything related to studies. But whenever we used to turn up back, she used to go to my class teacher and report to whatever we were saying. We were keeping names of the teachers, we were criticizing something, or whatever we used to talk, she used to convey our whole gossip to the class teacher, and you already know the result. So, she was a goody two shoes kind of girl. You will find so many people in corporate, in homes who pretend to be very nice, but actually they are not so. So, we use the phrase goody two shoes for them. And the last one to share is a hard nut to crack. Hard nut to crack refers to a situation or people who are very difficult to handle. I'll give you an example which will make you understand the meaning of this particular phrase. It is when the police caught the criminal and they tried to find out their secrets, his secrets, they failed to do so because he was a hard nut to crack. He did not utter a word even after being beaten badly. He was a hard nut to crack. At times you will face difficult situation and you will feel that it is very difficult to step out of these situations because they are a hard nut to crack. In addition to these phrases, some of the expression that we normally use is thank you, I am sorry, excuse me, or you can say never mind. Never mind is generally used for people if they are unable to understand your thought process. Let us say you have just finished your presentation and the person is asking you irrelevant question, then you say, oh never mind, we can talk about it later, never mind, thank you. Or you can in another situation you can say, how may I help you. You must have heard this particular phrase in hospitality industry. You check in a hotel and they ask you, how may I help you. You go to a restaurant and they ask you, how may I help you. Or there is another interesting one, I really appreciate. Whenever you want to thank somebody for their help or for some favor that they have done to you, then you say, I really appreciate you for the prompt help. Or there are different phrases more to the list. I will just post a small list of these expressions so that you can refer to them and use them as and when required. Like in my very first video, I said English is something that comes with practice, and practice is the only way to learn any language or any skill. So, I wish you all the best. I hope these expressions, these phrases will help you to learn English learn English, and you can speak it confidently and fluently. So, stay safe, stay blessed.